Probably a Magic man.
Yeah, I was going to say he's from Orlando, so.
Nah, it's Liverpool.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started. DAQUAN, thanks for joining us. Our first question is from Mark Murphy.
Talk about your game Saturday. It looked like you were in a lot more than normal. And do you know how many snaps you played, and how did you think you played?
I think I played roughly around like 53 snaps. I think I played pretty well, honestly. It kind of surprised me, but on another note, I'm healthy, so it's like a big difference this year. So the last few years, I haven't been healthy and I haven't been at my tip top. So it's going to be a different year for me, definitely.
Was this the most snaps you played in the game?
At Auburn? Yes, sir.
You feel good now?
It's
a hot and long day.
Definitely.
Okay, thanks.
Next question is from Jason Caldwell.
Red, you guys had to have a bunch of fresh faces play a lot of minutes. I mean, obviously you've been kind of counting on Colby Wooden, but Caleb Johnson played a bunch, and with Big Cat and then Derek going out. What'd you think of the guys that had to step up and play a big role yesterday? How'd they play?
I was just telling them to focus up, man. I was like, look, just take it snap by snap. Like, key on everything, key on all your assignments, just focus. I said, just slow the game down. I said, Coach G coached us well. We're well coached. He put us in these situations, and we know what to do. I just stay poised.
Think of the defensive line overall yesterday.
I think we did pretty well as a unit, definitely.
Next is Justin Ferguson.
Hey, Red, there was a lot of talk about their offensive line and their running game heading into the game. In the second half yesterday, they barely could move the ball at all on the ground. What was the difference for y'all? I mean, what was it in the second half that y'all were able to slow them down?
I think the first half was pretty shaky. We went in the locker room, came back out for the second half, and it's more so guys just being where they're supposed to be at in their gaps and doing all their assignments. And I think Coach Steele got through to us, and that's what we did. And we made sure we keyed on all our assignments, and there were no more mistakes really throughout the second half.
Appreciate it.
Next is Nathan King.
Hey, DAQUAN, kind of going off of that, did you guys, some of the players talked about, you guys making big stops and feeling like you had momentum in the second half. Were you guys starting to feel like you were wearing down Kentucky down the stretch, and how good did that make you guys feel with not having everybody in there?
Oh, definitely. We could see it on their face. They were tired, man. They were actually shocked, honestly. I would definitely say they were definitely shocked because they thought we were going to be nothing, and we definitely proved them wrong.
Next is David Pascal.
DAQUAN, hey, with Georgia this week, they've got one quarterback who started against Arkansas, another quarterback who came in, and they've got a third quarterback who hadn't been medically cleared after transferring from USC, but could be this week. What is the challenge for you when you don't know if it's going to be one, two, or even three quarterbacks who you may face in a given week?
There's no challenge. We have Coach Steele. He's the best of the best. He knows what he's going to do. Definitely. He's going to put us in the right position to make the right plays.
Next question is from Jordan Hill.
Leading up this past week, we heard a lot about how experienced Kentucky's offensive line was. What kind of confidence does that give you coming out of that game that y'all played so well against one of the more experienced offensive lines in the conference?
It definitely was a big confidence booster, honestly, because they were projected so high. First team All SEC, second team All SEC. I mean, and we played pretty well against them. And I think we won the battle against up front, definitely. I can definitely say that. And it definitely will help us along the road, definitely coming in the next week, giving some good feels.
Next question is from Josh Vitale.
DAQUAN, you mentioned being healthy. The last 2 years, how tough were those off seasons not being able to work out and practice because of those injuries, and how much different do you feel now that you've had a full healthy off season?
Man, those off seasons were very tough. I tore both of my Achilles a year apart, and it was terrible. But during those times, I mean, I just stayed put and just kept my faith in God. But this year, I lost 25 pounds, something like that. I'm around 300 pounds right now. And the last 2 years, each time I was down before I tore my Achilles, and I tore my Achilles, I gained 25 pounds during the time I would be out. And I would come back, during the season, but not fully healthy, and I would be not in shape as well. I wouldn't be moving how I know I could be. But this year is definitely feels different. I know for a fact. So on Saturday, I was like, man, this is gonna be scary for people because I'm in shape. I wasn't getting as tired as I used to. So.
Next question is from Augusta Stone.
Hey, DAQUAN. So going back to defending the running game, Georgia usually comes out with a pretty good rushing attack, and I was wondering, how do you and the defense prepare for backs like Zamir White and James Cook and the challenges that they bring?
Yeah, we just listen to Coach Steele. He puts us in the right position, honestly. He's the mastermind to it all. He coaches us and we just perform. He knows everything that's going to happen. He predicts things and he puts us in the right position. So.
Thank you.
No problem.
Next question is from Mark Murphy.
What's your opinion of playing all 10 games against conference teams, and also your feelings about playing a top 10 matchup week 2?
My feelings on that? I mean, I feel like since I've been here, Auburn been playing the toughest schedule in the SEC, and we've been playing the 8 SEC games, and now we just added 2 more. I mean, it's no big deal. We're used to it. We're used to playing the hardest schedule. We want this. We want to prove everybody wrong. So.
And
I've got time for 2 more. Next one's from Brian Matthews.
Hi, DAQUAN. Thank you for speaking to us. I just want to ask you about that sack, man. How did it feel to break through there and make that big play to you, especially with all you've been through? And do you feel like that's something that you can bring to this defensive line?
Yes, definitely. It felt amazing, honestly, because that's something I haven't done since I've been here. I haven't been able to prove myself because I've been injured. So it definitely felt good just being out there playing ball, doing what I love, and making plays. Definitely.
Appreciate it.
Our last question is from Nathan King.
Hey, DAQUAN, just kind of following up on Brian's question, how do you feel like you are going to perform moving forward? You've got this big role in the first game. How much do you feel like you can kind of lead this group moving forward?
Got to take it day by day. Each day of practice, just keep grinding. Just keep my head focused. That's it.
Appreciate it.
All right, DAQUAN, thank you.
Thanks, Kurt. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Kurt.